Chris, what is our fourth main topic today?
This comes from Nikos K. Greetings from Greece, John and crew. So, The Batman seems to have conquered both critic and audiences with this year's Oscars coming closer. I can't help but wonder if it's really Oscar-worthy. Is it possible for The Batman to be nominated on the big categories next year? Personally, I think Giacchino's music especially deserves a nomination, but what do you guys think?
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in, man. And yeah, look, whenever a movie comes out, do you think it could be Oscars, especially before the movie comes out in theaters? We haven't seen it yet, and people are asking, do you think this movie could be an Oscar contender? It's like, well, we haven't seen it. Any movie could be an Oscar contender. Every single movie. The untitled Mario movie, Chris, could be a contender for Best Picture. It absolutely can. We haven't seen it yet. No idea.
That hurts my heart.
Maybe Best Song.
Maybe Best Song. Maybe Best Animated Film. Who knows? But even once you've seen a film when it's early on, remember, movies getting Academy Awards is not like getting an A in school. Every student in the class could get an A if they all study hard, do well on the test, and they can be given an A. That's not how the Oscars work. Because not only do you have to be incredible, you have to hope 5 other films don't come out that do it better, depending on the category. If it's Best Picture, then it's 10, but you got to hope there won't be 5 others. So it's always very precarious trying to, give a prognostication about a film's Oscar chances when it comes out right now, this early in the year. But The Batman was remarkable. And it's not just that it was remarkable and that a lot of critics and industry people are liking, it's which critics and which industry people really love it. And I would say that while it is impossible to truly tell right now, if you had to put my feet to the fire at this minute, I would say, yes, The Batman will get some Oscar buzz come the Oscars next year. Now, we have to see everything else that comes out, because maybe we see 15 other films this year that we all think are much better than The Batman. Sure. So let's play this game for a moment. What films or what categories could something like The Batman have potential for? Well, obviously, starting off, there is some of the technical stuff, like art design. Like the design and the look of this film.
Production design's incredible.
Unbelievable. I mean, I think if any of them, my number one thing that I have to put up there is production design. The production design with every room, every street scene, every clubs, everything, it's so beautifully put together that the environment of this film just pulls you into it incredibly. I would say that is the front runner for me. For out of all the potential categories that The Batman could qualify for and get nomination for, I think production design has to be right at the top of the list. The person mentioned Michael Giacchino's score. I think, yes. I mean, who knows? There could be 8 other scores that come out this year that are way better than it. We won't know. But right now, I'd have to say, yeah, that was an Oscar-level score. It did everything a score is supposed to do in a movie. So I think that would be up there as well. Best adapted screenplay. I think it's in the conversation. I think this was a fantastic screenplay. And so would I put money on it that it'll get a best adapted screenplay nomination? No, I wouldn't put money on it. But right now, I think that's one of the categories that's in the conversation. All right, a lot of people are going to ask about Pattinson. I don't think Pattinson gets an Academy Award nomination for this. While he did a great job, what he was asked to do was a very more limited character in this film. This film was asked to be more of a narrow range character, and it didn't really give him the opportunity to stretch a lot out of it. Future Batman movies may, but right now, so I'm going to take Robert Pattinson's performance off the board, even though I thought he was great in it. Zoe Kravitz, supporting actress, that could be in the conversation. But I'll tell you what will absolutely be in the conversation is Paul Dano. Paul Dano, when it comes to the performances side, I think Paul Dano's, for Best Supporting Actor, for playing Riddler, he has the best chance out of any of the other acting categories. I also thought Jeffrey Wright was great, but I think, Paul Dano, what he was given to do and what he did, I mean, God, that interrogation scene that we see a bit of it in the trailer, he's so remarkably good in that. So I got to put it there. And yeah, I think the Batman will be in the Best Picture conversation. Again, now that that's a wider conversation with 10 potential nominees, I think it's in the wider conversation. Visual effects, maybe, but this isn't a visual effects super heavy movie. So maybe not. Costume design could be in the conversation as well.
Lighting.
Greg Fraser,
Lighting isn't a
cinematography.
nomination, but cinematography, I think, definitely has to be in the conversation as well. So yeah, I think the Batman is definitely going to be in a lot of the conversations come Oscar time next year. But leading the way for me is production design, Giacchino, and Paul Dano. Cinematography you might have to put in there too, and Best Picture. So there are 5 categories that I think have legitimate possibilities. Rob, when you're looking at the Batman right now, it's early. It's way too early. But if you had to say, what are the categories you think it could be in line for when it comes Oscar time?
I'd give Colin Farrell a supporting actor
Oh,
shot.
yeah. But do you promote him over Paul Dano?
It's tough. Sometimes they promote 2 people. I think Colin Farrell, though, was extraordinary. And the fact that he was able to, when an actor is willing to give up, I mean, he's a very attractive man. When an actor is willing to go that deep and be that not vain and pull something like that off, I think it's admirable. But I think, like you said, screenplay, cinematography, sound design, or sound, whatever they've combined the categories.
Sound design.
That's definitely
Absolutely.
there. So I think a lot of the technical categories, yes. Maybe Best Picture, maybe.
What about makeup for Penguin?
Makeup, definitely. Makeup would be in there. So there's a lot. I mean, of all the categories.
You know what we haven't talked about yet? We haven't talked about Matt Reeves. I thought he did, and I mean this as the highest praise. This was his Denis Villeneuve moment. I mean, I think the direction, I mean, everything about this film is the direction. But that's going to be a tougher one. That's a tougher nut to crack. And only 5 nominees.
The fact that Denis Villeneuve did not get nominated for Dune, when Dune is such a directorial, Dune is such a movie that relies on directorial vision, and he didn't get a nod. I don't know. I thought that was a mistake, but but definitely still could be there.
Chris, I mean, when we're looking at this movie, what are the categories to you, if any, that you think the Batman could be in serious contention for?
Cinematography is the big standout for me on this one.
It was
this
great.
is shot beautifully. It is so stunning to look at. That scene, too, where it's just him bent over looking in there. We have that lovely slow moment where he's just bending over to look into a car. Oh, it's such a good scene. Obviously, the score here is incredible. It is so great, but that production design, the way Gotham looks and feels is so, it makes the whole movie. So I would be really, really surprised if we don't see that. And of course, Penguin's makeup is just out of this world. Those prosthetics are incredible. And if you haven't yet, watch Colin Farrell's Hot Ones, where he talks about how freeing it made his performance. It's so interesting.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think could be, and we won't hold anybody to this because it's way too early in the year, but for discussion's sake, right now, what do you think could be the categories that a movie like The Batman could seriously, honestly be in contention for later on next year when we get to the next Academy Awards? Whatever you guys are thinking, jump on down to the comment section below and leave us your thoughts. Hey guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, the good folks at Manscaped. I was in the shower the other day and I looked down and I thought, my goodness, the boys look fantastic. Dr. Jack Hammer, the amazing Mr. Fantastical, have never looked or felt better, and that is in part due to our friends at Manscaped. Because our friends at Manscaped are the global leaders in below-the-waist hygiene and are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium Collection. This all-in-one hygiene skin and hair bundle is designed to upgrade the everyday man's shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, and balls deserve the best, my friends. You start off using the cologne-infused ultra premium body wash with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean and moisturized all day. Then boom, it's time to take care of your hair. Simply apply the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses and nourishes your hair all in one step. Then once you dry yourself off and hop out of the shower, it's time to protect yourself from body odor by applying the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. And do you have tattoos or any dry skin? A lot of us do. It's time to hit your skin with the hydrating body moisturizer spray. Cap it all off by applying some Manscaped lip balm. And then last but not least, we're moving on to the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off any unwanted body hair. So guys, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Campea, that's Campea at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Campea at manscaped.com.